So, you want me to do what with these?
Put the games together. You deserve this. You convinced me of the importance of Mega Man 6. This is the reward.
Oh, but I gotta do a little work for it, huh?
Just bring the cartridges close, but go easy.
Oh, I always go easy, smooth, and gentle.
Alright, slow down. You've earned my respect. Let's not ruin it, friend.
Friend? We finally made it. Best buds? Me, a young nerdy gal from the East Coast, and you, an extra-dimensional spirit with a penchant for video games.
Please just put the games together.
You got it, friend. Alright, Galaga, it's time for you to meet Ms. Pac-Man.
Two arcade classics combined into one monstrous unit. I bestow upon you your first arcade machine.
Holy crap, you destroyed the rack. However, this is awesome!
Ah, yes. It satisfies me that you're pleased with it. Having fun? Yes, so focused. He definitely likes it. Dave? Dave? Hello? Game Dave?
Ho, ho, ho. Whew. Sorry about that, Tio. You just gotta realize Ms. Pac-Man was one of my first loves. She deserves my attention.
Understood, but we must move on.
I gotcha. No problem. Don't worry, baby. I'll come back for you. I love you.
Are you ready for some sports?
Ooh. Sports games. I guess. Clearly those are my favorite.
More like your mother's favorite.
Hey! What are you talking about?
NES Open Tournament Golf.
Oh, okay, NES Open, that's like the best golf game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I mean, it's awesome. It's probably why my mom was so obsessed with it back in the day. Hey, how did you know my mom loved that game?
Never mind that. I want you to earn $1 million in tournament prize money.
$1 million? That is gonna take forever.
Better get to it then.
I've already said it, but this is the best golf game on the NES. There have been many golf games going way back to the original NES golf game, Golf. But this is a major improvement, full of features, courses, clubs, striped pants, balls, and holes. There's so much jam-packed into this cartridge, they had to add a battery. Oh yes, this bad boy can save. So come on, let's tee up. First off, we've got to set up the game. You'll be golfing as Mario or Luigi if you're the second player. But sadly, I can't choose to be Luigi straight up in single-player mode. Sorry, buddy. Don't cry about it, that's just embarrassing. You need to get excited, because this game lets you name Mario. What? Does this ever happen in any other Mario game? I don't think so. Man, I love naming characters. If you have a lot of free time, you can even change the names of all the tournament participants. But why would you want to do that with such classics as Bruce, Denise, Earl, and Dave. At least the names of the game developers show up on the tournament roster. Ooh, a little Miyamoto action, and the great Iwata. That's my boy. You also have the option of changing your clubs, which is really just leaving out 2 from your bag. And make sure you bring plenty of wood. If you don't think you're quite ready for the upcoming golf extravaganza, you can try the training mode to practice on the various courses. And that's silly because around these parts, we practice on the street. Or on the green. On the green. The game modes are stroke play, match play, and tournament. In each mode, you can select one of 3 golf courses from around the world: United States, Japan, and the United Kingdom. Stroke play is a standard 18-hole game of golf. In match play, you compete against opponents trying to win the most holes, not get the overall lowest score. Match play is pretty amusing, mostly because of the competition. All the classic characters from the Mushroom Kingdom are here for you to battle. Luigi, Steve, Mark, Tony, and Billy. Yeah. Love all those guys from the Mario games. And they love the trash talk. Especially this little kid, Mark. What a little turd. Kid is a little turd. You're just a kid, turd. You're just a turd, kid. They're reversible. You can swap places with those words for this kid. Now, Luigi, not so good at the trash talk. He cannot handle the pressure. It's kind of a shame that Peach and Daisy don't appear as golfers in this game. They've been reduced to caddying for Mario and Luigi. And sorry for the confusion on the title screen, on the right there, that is Daisy. They just didn't have enough brown for her hair, apparently. Just didn't have enough bits, didn't have enough brown bits. Fun trivia fact, this is Daisy's first appearance on a home console after Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. Also, this is the point at which Luigi inherits her as a love interest. I mean, that's the rumor, anyway. I mean, look at him. You know he's been giving her some mouth hugs. It's interesting that everyone has given up on defending the Mushroom Kingdom. It's all about the money. Even Donkey Kong has given up his old life to work as an accountant, keeping track of your prize money. That's all they care about now. At least you get to enjoy the awesome visuals and scenery of NES Open. None of the courses feel the same, and they all have a nice layout. And this one totally looks like a rabbit. Do you see it? Do you see the shape of the rabbit? And this course over here, well, come on. It's a face. You've got the big watery mouth, the sort of hooked nose, eye, and eyebrow. It's a nice touch. Also, the different views and angles of the game really make the golfing more exciting. Not the typical word I would use to describe golf, but look. The way the camera cuts out to show the travel of the ball and switches to close-ups, especially when you nearly make it in the hole, it builds up the drama and anticipation of getting a great score. Quick side note, there were also a couple of versions of Mario Golf on the disc system, some different courses and such. On the disc system. We don't have time for this. The music isn't too bad either. It has this nice Mario sportsy feel to it. But if you get annoyed by hearing the same song throughout the 18 holes of a particular course, you have the option to turn it off and put on your own golfing jams. Maybe a little vintage Jackie Chan, huh? Like that? Yes, that is Jackie Chan. He's a singer. Now, before we jump into earning $1 million in winnings, we've got to work on our rank. You start the game as B for beginner. You can raise your rank to amateur, semi-pro, and finally, professional. To do this, you need to do well in stroke play rounds. After 2 rounds of 18 holes, there's a chance you'll be given the option to raise your rank to the next level. Minimum, best case scenario, you'll have to play 6 rounds of 18 holes of golf to become a professional. That's 108 holes. It's a good number. And you do not earn money during normal stroke play matches. So why waste time raising your rank? Well, when you finally compete in a tournament, your prize money is based on your current rank. If we want to bust that wallet, it's got to be done. As you make your way through the endless holes of golf, you may get the chance to earn some extra cash in the form of contests. There's one for the longest drive on a single hole, and one for getting closest to the pin on the green. If you succeed in either one, you'll get to choose a flag and earn some much-needed bonus prize money. And if you really want some bonus cash, go for a hole-in-one. Sometimes these can pay out more than a full 36-hole tournament. That's some hot money, hot cash. But I may be getting a little bit too advanced here, so let's get to the basics. Of course, on each hole you need to drive the ball as close to the green as possible. The main play screen shows the lay of the land. On the left display is the current hole, the number of strokes to reach par, and the distance in yards. Under that, you have the current wind speed and direction. Use this to your advantage to help carry the ball further or push it in the direction of the putting green. Sometimes you can shave several strokes off your score with the help of the wind, but be careful and don't overshoot it. The next box shows your current straight line distance from the hole in yards. This is the number to focus on. Underneath that is where the current number of strokes for each player show up, and at the very bottom is where you set up your swing. First, we have swing speed. A faster swing will carry the ball further, but you sacrifice a bit of control. Next, you can select your club. Your caddy will always start you off with a recommended club for your current distance from the hole, but you're going to want to modify it to your liking, because let's be honest, Peach and Daisy, they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. Now finally, you can choose the spin of your shot. Top spin will cause the ball to roll forward when it lands, and backspin will stop the ball quickly or make it roll backwards when landing. Once your swing is set, the game takes you onto the course. Here is where the action happens. That high-octane golf action. Before you begin the swing, you can adjust your direction slightly with left and right on the control pad. Then you can hold up or down to choose between a high or low ball trajectory. This can help you launch the ball over trees with a high shot or cut through the wind with a low shot. Now it's time to swing. When you press A, the player will start their backswing. The arrow on the meter will start moving left. The further left it moves, the more power you'll have behind the shot. Pressing A a second time will lock in the power. The arrow will then start moving right, and pressing A this third and final time will decide the impact. The shot will be straight if you stop directly on the impact bar. Stopping to the left or right of this point will cause the ball to slice or hook, which can be useful in curving the ball towards the green. If you've got the skills, you can nail a super shot by hitting the furthest left and stopping right in the center of the impact bar. This will send the ball flying. As with any golf course, you're going to have some obstacles to avoid. You want to stay on the fairway with each shot, but you may end up in the rough, sand traps, or water hazards. And worst case scenario, you'll knock the ball out of bounds. But you do get a little cameo from Toad letting you know how awful you are. That's fun. Hitting your ball into the water or out of bounds will cause you to receive penalty strokes. But we're not gonna have that issue. We're gonna make our way straight to the green. Putting on the green has more of a focus on dealing with the coarseness of the grass and the direction the ball will curve. Luckily, we have these nice little arrows to tell you how the ball will be pushed around. To putt, set your swing speed, angle of your shot, and then press A to start your meter. You only have to worry about how hard you impact the ball when putting. Well, that's it. Your training is complete. You are now an advanced student of NES Open Tournament Golf. That's not true. It takes a lot of practice to get a feel for each course and how to deal with all the variables of golfing in this game. But you'll have plenty of time to get your hours in, because to beat the game and earn that $1 million, it's gonna be a butt-tons worth of golfing. This is really the only major issue with the game. It is a lot of golf. And if you truly wish to beat the game, it's gonna be like 400 to 500 holes of golf. I know, it is a golf game, so I suppose it makes sense. You're getting your money's worth. Just keep in mind, it's not a short game, hence the save feature. But at least you'll be a golf master by the end of it. And Donkey Kong will certainly be excited about it. $3 million? Oh, no. I'm done here, Kong, so give me my ending. Kiss from the peach. Feels good, Tio. Feels good.
You've played well. You continue to impress me, Game Dave.
That's great. I guess I'm finally starting to get into a routine for whatever this is supposed to be. Regardless, I dedicate this victory to my mom, who used to always beat me at this game. God, I gotta give her a call. I feel like I haven't seen her in years.
No!
Bit of an overreaction there.
My apologies, but you must stay focused. That's not the sort of distraction you need right now. We're very close, Dave. Just a few more games. Will you continue on with me, Dave?
Sure. I mean, who am I to argue? I can't seem to get a signal on my phone anyway. It's weird.